Good everyone, Les here from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is March 4, 2024. And we're going to be talking about lithium today. Lithium stocks. What's happening with lithium stocks? There is a bounce happening. Should we take advantage of this bounce, or is just another fake reversal? Okay. And I'm going to share my thoughts on the lithium sector itself, and how we're going to take advantage of those of stocks that has potential opportunity to rise within this particular rally. Let's have a look. Just want to remind you, this is not a financial advice. Just remember, it's just us BG Trading sharing with you how we apply BGS 20 strategy to chase 20 to 40% within 1 to 3 months time together with our VP members. How we set up targets, stop losses, how we avoid buying stocks at the area, and how we do our multi-dimensional strategy approach to take advantage of stocks in the right sector that could benefit from the particular stage on a macroeconomic cycle. That's all here at BG Trading. First of all, I just want to share the fact, and I am a guy driven by facts more than emotion. That's why we generally be managing to do so well on the stock market, because we learn to leave our emotions out of the equation and then focus in fact. The fact here is that in the last video I did about lithium in January, even though there was some lithium stocks bouncing, I said I'm not convinced until I see some serious movement on the lithium prices, lithium compounds, lithium ion spodumene prices, and that started to happen last week. So we've seen since August 2023, we haven't seen green days on the lithium prices. Prices hadn't risen, only falling, and now is the first time. Last week was the first time. This is the fourth day that I see some lithium prices start going up again, and that's when. That's when we start thinking about this is now the one more green tick, which is the green tick of the macro, making it favorable because the commodity itself, it's started to move. And when the commodities start to move, obviously the stocks tend to move as well with that, and that's why we have seen a rally on the lithium sector. The question really is, that's just the beginning or a fake breakout on the lithium prices? So let's not focus really on whether this is going to be long term or just a short term. Let's just take advantage, use BGS 20 strategy, look at why the stocks trading not at the FOMO area but at the technically discounted prices, and then we take advantage. The time to try trading stocks is when we have a macro in a favorable aligned to our trade. In this case, we have the commodity price start rising again because we might have a shrink of supply since last year. All the inventory in China was way too high, and they probably digesting this inventory over the last 6 months. With Chinese New Year, companies stopped producing as well, and now we have a bounce on to the upside, which is exactly what we need on our multi-dimensional strategy approach. So that's a green tick. Now the question is, what about the fundamentals of the companies that we are going to be looking at? And that's why I have divided this video into the more speculative stocks, which move with the hype, with the trend, and the stocks that has a better quality, strong fundamentals, or better quality asset. So now let's start with the first stock that we want to analyze. I'm going to focus mostly on the technical aspect. The first stock is called Lithium. So we see here a bullish divergence, which is a bullish indicator on the RSI, which is good. So green tick from technical aspect. Stocks also trading at technically discounted price. Look where the SMA 250 is at the moment, at 57 cents. So hypothetically, if we have a continuation of this rally and core lithium sort of goes up to meet 250 moving average, we are talking about over 100% profits here. So it is a possibility. Yes, of course there is a possibility. There was this type of trade all along 2022, which we take a lot of advantage of there. Core lithium has been a very profitable stock, and when we had those spikes, obviously lithium prices was trading really high, which is not the case now, but the market really likes lithium stocks. And then from the producers, from the fundamental aspect, core lithium is it's probably not the strongest. It's probably into the weaker sides. The resources of core lithium is not that great as well, but it's an Australian-based company. They have an exploration program. They have held its mining for the next 6 months. They're still producing from the ore they have already mined until mid of the year, and then I think there will be a reevaluation in there. But yeah, so look, it's the lower end producer, but the stock could move quite well as well. And remember, this is not investment channel. We're talking about doing 20 to 40% trading on those stocks, and I think coalition is a good opportunity at the moment. So we have a bullish intersection level 1, bullish intersection level 2, RSI favorable, strong volume to the upside. So everything shows a potential further rally for that, as long as lithium prices keep moving up. Okay, so now let's go with Sayona Mining. Sayona Mining is a stock as well that a lot of the market really like it. And then we had this recent sold on from Piedmont, sold all the shares on Sayona Mining, but it's still off taker. And look, Sayona, if you like to speculate going to something a little bit more wild, this is probably a good stock to buy at the current price. Because it's trading a technically discounted price, not only for the short term, but also not only for the long term, but also for the short term. And even if you attempt a trade like this on this range, we're talking about 56%. Let's say, obviously, the leading stocks goes up first, and then obviously the not so good stocks, like Sayona, for example, they tend to move after. But depending on the hype of the market, they can move fairly quickly as well. The RSI looking pretty constructive here as well, which is positive to me. The whole, look, at the end of the day, the whole sector looking pretty appealing. And you've probably been seeing all the materials out there on the web, but I just want to just want to show you that these stocks offer a higher profitable opportunity, but also a more risky as well. So you gotta just make sure you lock in profits once you do it. And with BGS 20 strategy, 20 to 40%, it's pretty reasonable to say that we are likely to see 20 to 40% upside on this particular stock if lithium prices continue to proceed. And buying at the current level, if you change 50%, I would set up about a 15% stop loss right here. So 15% stop loss right there, which is going to be just under 4 cents there. The stock's trading at 4.6 cents. Yes, you got to give space for those type of stock if you want to trade. That's the thing. It's riskier, but we're talking about 50% targets here anyway. So if you chasing 50%, set up a 15% stop loss, and then hope for the best on this particular one. So the worst ones for me here is like Lake Resources. Again, it doesn't produce like Sayona. The chart formation is very constructive. Looks like people really getting into Lake Resources. I just want to be careful with Lake Resources just for the fact that they don't produce they still have extremely expensive capex to bring the project online. They need the finance, they need final investment approval. Look, it's well behind Core Lithium and Sayona at this stage. I rather leave buying Lake Resources for the really brave ones, and I think doesn't worth the risk on getting on board with this one. At this stage, so I would leave out Lake Resources. But again, if the whole sector moves, you're probably going to see a breakout to the upside. Potentially Lake Resource going to 20 cents. Again, if you go to 20 cents from here, we're talking about 50% upside. So a huge move on those stocks, especially because it's trading at cents. That's why they move really quickly. Again, we need the whole sector to move. Okay, so if you look for something not so risky, let's take a look on Pilbara Minerals. Pilbara Minerals is the leading. Everyone knows about Pilbara Minerals is the higher producer. It's still profitable, even though the lithium prices is trading at really low prices, and has just recently broke out here. So the fact that it broke out here, it means that it's trading at technically fair price for the long-term trend and at the formal level for the short term. What does that mean? It means that if you buy Pilbara now, you need to give a little bit a longer-term framework, not talking about 1 to 3 months as BGS20 strategy goes for. So you'd be chasing a little bit on $5 for 24%. And becomes a little bit, even though it's a great quality company, it's becoming a little bit riskier just because the entry now, if you're not in already, an entry now at technically fair price in the formal area for the short term makes a little bit risky in comparison to the other ones, but fundamentally is by far the best one. And if you want to stick with that for longer term, this obviously would be the one for you to looking at as well for longer term exposure on lithium. Okay, so Pilbara trading at the formal level for short term and technically fair price for the longer term. Buying a technically fair price, high quality company, it's not a bad thing as long as you sell at the formal level and take profits. Remember, stock market goes up and down, a lot of short trading activity. All we need is lithium price to keep falling further for traders start short trading this stock again, and then it can fall quite quickly as well. Let's go to the next one, IGO. IGO has been shown. Look, it's this is a very interesting one because IGO looks like there was a fake breakout right here. So this fake breakout, look at the size, the volume here on IGO on this day. So a huge volume. The stock sort of going up again. It's only trading at $7.80. There is exposure to other metals as well. The company hasn't reported as well as the other, as Pilbara, for example. But look, the chart formation looks appealing. The stock's trading at technically discounted price for the long term, technically fair price for the short term. But that's because the short term trend has been stretched really hard towards the downside. So it is, if you're looking at buying stock like this probably will be a pretty good time at bullish intersection level 1 right here, and bullish intersection level 2 as well confirmed, with the green candles trading on the upside of the EML with the yellow line. So that's exactly where we want it to be. But again, like any stock, set up yourself a target and then make sure you don't get to the next correction. Just set up a target. Even if you fall, if it keeps moving and you lock in the 30-40% in 3 months, so let's face it, this is a damn good profit, way better than any term deposit or cash rate or anything. So lock in, be grateful, and move on. There's plenty of other stocks all the time falling and then moving up again. So that's how we do here at BG Trading. So we're grateful for profits that we make, even if we miss for the rally. That's it. We move to another sector, another stock. It's going to be the sector to make some good money from the upcoming months as well. So next one is mineral resources. This is one of my favorites as well. So in fact, I'm holding mineral resources since I think November. And look, mineral resources has high exposure to iron ore, and the share price has been smashed just because lithium price has been smashed. Even though the exposure for lithium is it's smaller than iron ore, the stock's trading at technically fair price for the short term, for the long term trend, and it's still at fair price, I think. For the short term, even though it's a little bit above here. Yeah, as long as you buy under 10% above the SMA 40, that's not too bad. So it's still trading at the technically sort of a buying area, I would say. This is all buying area if you're chasing 3-month sort of lead time here. And you want a high quality company with diversified exposure, not just to lithium, but also to iron ore. This is probably the best stock on the lithium market to diversify exposure to a high quality asset. Iron ore, so iron ore is still hanging there very flat for the last few months, and then if China starts pumping the economy, Chinese government start pumping the economy from this downturn, then we're likely to see iron ore going up again. And if that happens, then obviously that would lead mineral resource stocks like mineral resources going up as well, which is a very positive prospect if that happens. So just keep your eye on that as well. And the last one is Liontown. This is the riskier on those here because this is the only one that doesn't produce. And a little while ago, after this, when the stock was trading at this level, as I said to our VP members, like the buying area is here or under. You gotta buy around here. And the stock's trading under our previous buying area. There was all that sort of dilemma with the takeover, didn't happen. But Liontown does hold one of the best resources size and quality in the space. So you would be buying a company with really high quality resources. That's what I mean. And then look, when you are into developers, the high quality developers in a booming market, then obviously the stock tends to outperform. There is obviously, like any speculative, this would be the speculative stock, the high quality speculative stock. And then obviously, like any stock, you gotta set up yourself a stop loss, make sure you have a target, and chase. So overall, the whole sector now looks like it is the time to try. So you're gonna try buying lithium stock. This is the time when we see lithium prices moving. So that's what I like. That's why I'm looking at this sector now. Lithium prices moving, not just the stocks. Okay, until last week, only the stocks moving. And so like, I'm not going to touch until I see solid lithium prices moving across the benchmark. So we're seeing now. And that's why I think I'm interested to look into this sector right now. And the idea of bringing this video to the channel is because most of those stocks haven't rallied yet. And this is the opportunity. I don't want to record a video after those stocks rally because you'll be buying at the FOMO area. So that's no good. So look into stocks that are trading at technically discounted price, or the worst case, technically fair price. Make sure you set up a stop loss, set up a target, done. If you need help, that's what we do here at BG Trading VIP membership program. So we guide you through that. We make our trades. You can mimic our trades, and then obviously when we lock 20 to 40%, we also guide you about why we are locking that profit, and then we move to another stock. That's how we do here. Obviously, put your comments if you disagree with something that we said. Put your comments on the description, and we will be more than happy to answer all your comments. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic week, and let's hope these things start moving really, really quickly.